We are live again. Woo. We are back.
I will stop cursing.
You better damn well having freaking slipped.
Such a potty mouth, me. Now I have to muzzle myself for the, for the masses, or at least wait. What is it? 1 minute before you get
something like that? Yeah.
I don't know.
Something ridiculous like that. Okay, well, YouTube. We are here, ladies and gents. We're gonna have Willis take over in a second. Daniel Barry, what up? I can't believe we're doing part 3 of the birthday fundraiser stream.
1, 2, 3.
Mendoza is back. Hello, Miss Jeezy is back. Daniel Barry in the house. Oh yeah, let's I might have you take over for a second just so I can grab some apple juice and then I'll come right back. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
So guys,
I'm looking for the. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing it now. Okay. Now I'm in the stream.
All right, ladies and gents, I'm gonna go grab some refreshments and then I shall be back. I'm leaving you with Willis. You're in good hands. I'll be back in a momento. In a uno momento.
Little does D9 know. Hey, hey everybody, this is Willis. For those who do not know, I am Dan's older brother. We are separated. Our birthdays are exactly 10 years minus 1 day apart. His birthday was yesterday. My birthday is today. We got back-to-back birthdays. We're doing the back-to-back.
Wait a second.
Hell yeah.
Wait a second. I've got a clock here. It's synchronized official US time. I have to refresh it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's a 30-second countdown. 30-second countdown, mother Roger. It's, I mean, for where you are, it's already been, but for me,
you mother hecker,
you shut the front door, you lint licker.
It's already been my birthday for a whole hour.
This is what matters. Texas, it's all about Utah. All right, guys, you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, sir. 3. Happy birthday to you. There we go. That's as much as I'm giving you, dude. That's all I'm giving you. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 5, 3, sir.
3, sir. 3. 5 is right out.
All right. Well, just
Dream,
on time.
Lord.
Just right on time. Take on over. Michelle just showed up. I'm going to hang out with her for a second, then we'll come back and talk turkey.
Yeah. Hey, so as I said, I am D9's older bro, and I'm going to be entertaining you here in the chat for just a couple of minutes while he grabs a drink. He grabs Michelle. Hey, everybody. So Jacob asked in the chat, first thing, can we talk about milk? I mean, I guess we can talk about milk. What do we want to talk about milk about? I feel like that is it's a large topic. Cause what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about like types of milk? Do you want to talk about like the difference between skim and whole at 2%? The like proliferation of the many different types of milk. We used to only have cow's milk. Then we had, goat's milk, and okay, interesting. And you had goat's cheese. But then almond milk? Oat milk? We have so many different types of milk here. So, yeah, are you curious about... What's your questions about milk? Are you curious about its nutritional benefits, the different types available, or perhaps the latest trends in dairy alternatives? Jacob, you like almond milk. Now, I think almond milk is for basic little boys. I think almond milk is boring. I think it is D tier. I would put almond milk below regular cow's milk. I think almond milk is just no, just not interesting. Oat milk, yes. I think oat milk. I will take many other dairy substitutes, but I think almond milk is just boring and it's kind of chalky. Oh, coconut milk. Coconut milk? I like the coconut milk. Tastes good. Soy milk. Soy everything is kind of bad. Yeah. Mill's Garage, I kind of agree. I think I would also put soy milk in the D tier of milks because, again, it's just kind of a flat, kind of a nothing. It's like it's water, but it's white. But I don't know what makes it milk above that. Yes, potentially it's got some protein in it from the soy, but I don't think you get the same mouthfeel. I don't think you get anything like that. Sticky Art Short says chocolate almond milk is okay, but regular almond milk is D class. Okay, I can agree with that. I think chocolate of any of these kinds of milk is pretty dang good. If someone's like, hey, do you want some chocolate silk, the soy milk? Yeah, sure. I'll take some chocolate silk. That sounds great. It tastes like water on cereal. Yes, I think that is generally true. Brett, strawberry milk is good. Yeah, I think I agree with that too. I do like the strawberry milk. For me, though, if I'm going to go with a flavored milk, I think I will take a vanilla just because it is a little bit more of a neutral tone or more of a neutral flavor. But I can get kind of a sweetness and a spice to it without getting it actually sweet. Like, so many of the milks load up on the sugar, and like, if you give me one of the sweetened almond milk or something, no way, no thank you. Vanilla unsweetened, I can get behind that. That works. And especially if you are putting it on cereal, if you're mixing it with some sort of a morning beverage, you're using it in a hot chocolate, in a coffee, in a tea, in a chai latte, that's where I think you want to go. But really, again, if I've got my druthers, I think I'm going with oat milk for all of those. And maybe a cinnamon oat milk, maybe a cinnamon vanilla oat milk, something like that. Brett is asking, has anyone tried goat milk? Yes. I've tried goat milk. It's okay. It's kind of funky. It's got a little bit of a difference. I don't know if that's just because goat diet is different from cow diet, but it just, yeah, it's a little different. Yeah. I like Chanzig's comment here, or you can just drink milk. Yeah. I think OG cow milk is probably A tier or B tier, depending on what it is, and depending on who the manufacturer is. I have had some dairies where I drink their 1% milk, and it is so good. It tastes like full fat milk, but goes down smooth. I have had some dairies where I drink their whole milk, and I feel like I am drinking whipping cream. It is too much. No, thank you. I wish there were some way to get a tiny little bit of a standardization, between all of that. Although I think I will overall say that skim milk in and of itself is probably almost always B tier. Yes, it's good to like cut your calories, and yes, there are, be calorie conscious, do what you want to do for your health. That's fine. If you like skim milk, that's great. But for me, I'll just take the hit from the fat, and I think that's fine. Yeah. Max Adams Gaming. Hey, this is Willis. I am D9's older brother. Here celebrating his birthday, my birthday. So he left me here to entertain you all. And somehow, well, not somehow. One of you crazy people said we should talk about milk, so we're talking about milk. Anyone have any other topic that you want to talk about? So we're just talking about milk until then. No, we are not twins. I am 10 years minus 1 day older than him. So he was born on July 31st. I had my 10th birthday the next day, August 1st. So we're bros. Yeah. I'm not only older, I'm very much older. I'm an old man here talking on the YouTubes, speaking with you young folks about the way things used to be with Grandpa Willis. And this is the middle-aged man report for all you youngins. No, Faja is my Faja. But I am not Faja. But yes. Max Adams Gaming says favorite cereal. Oh man, that is a hard question. There are so many possibilities there. I think when it comes right down to it, the simplest answer is my number one go-to is always just straight up Honey Nut Cheerios. It's easy, it's reliable, it's dependable, it's mostly healthy. It's kind of healthy. You can tell yourself it's healthy. It feels like a sugar cereal, but it's not quite as bad as like, having Cocoa Pebbles or something, which I kind of every once in a while I want to just be like, oh my gosh, I want to get some Cocoa Pebbles. So yeah, I don't know, what about the rest of you? Who else has got a favorite cereal? I'm gonna talk about what I think are some very underrated cereals. I think perhaps the most underrated cereal is O's from Quaker. They're just little O's, and they've got little oats in the middle. It's like if Honey Nut Cheerios had like a slutty older brother. It's just so fun. It's great. They're wonderful. Also, do not sleep on what's it called? Crispy Raisin Bran. Essentially, what this is like if you take Wheaties and you add like a little bit of honey onto them. You take the regular bran flakes from Raisin Bran. You have both of those types of flakes in there. You have your raisins from your Raisin Bran that are covered in the sugar, like your regular Raisin Bran. And you've got tiny little granola chunks. It is so good. and ostensibly kind of healthy for you, but there's no way. That's got so much sugar in it. But it's gotta be good. I love that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, absolutely. Cinnamon Life, yes. All of those are great. Honey Bunches of Oats, yes. Little Miss Goth, just straight up steel cut oats, yes. Like, so simple, so good. You make yourself some overnight oats. Oh, so good. Honeycombs, Eggo waffles, Weetabix. Wow. Well, we've definitely got some international folks here. Weetabix. Tell us what Weetabix is, Max Adams Gaming, because I can't remember that. Yeah, let's see. Frosted Mini Wheats. Oh, Little Miss Goth, you put chia seeds in it? Oh my gosh, that is the best. The chia seeds, and they make the like they make it like kind of pasty, and they blend it all together. Oh, it's just so good. More honeycombs. You live in Europe, yeah. Europe, which has all the nice things that America does not. So, including apparently Weetabix, which I guess we need. Cult of Walla Walla, Frosted Vegemite, get out. Get out. Troll in the chat. Crepes are amazing. Yes, of course crepes are amazing. They're like fancy pancakes. Yeah, absolutely rules. Okay. I saw Sticky Art Shorts asked earlier, who's better at video games between me and Danny? That's a good question. I think overall probably him. Because I'm getting old, and I don't play as much anymore. Like, okay, forgive me, chat, for I have sinned. It has been a year since my last confession. I got a PS5, and then it just sat there. I got the Spider-Man Special Edition PS5 so I could play the new Spider-Man game. And I was gonna play Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I was gonna play Baldur's Gate. And I was gonna do all of this, and then I never did. And it just sat there. And it hurt my heart. And the only person who played on it was my son. And he's mostly playing older games. He's playing a lot of like shooters and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, did I outgrow video games? No, I did not outgrow video games. I just got depressed and busy. But I have been so out of video games that if we went into a head-to-head right now, Dan would wipe the floor with me. I guarantee you. Like, pretty much almost anything, unless it was something that I had like an insane amount of muscle memory on from when we were kids, and he did not. Like, if we were to play like Altered Beast or Golden Axe against one another, like, those were games I played extensively, and I don't know that he ever did. I think I could beat him at those, but those are cooperative games rather than competitive games. But I think in a head-to-head, he would probably beat me. Yeah. Let's see. Thoughts on Age of Empires? Age of Empires, good game. I am a Civilization man myself. I love Civilization. That is my jam, always has been. But Age of Empires, really similar. So I feel like it's also very good. I just never played it because I was too busy playing Civ, and Civ was my Civ was my real-time, or not real-time strategy, turn-based civilization strategy type game. Yeah. Let's see. Definitely play the PS5. Well, I can't now because when I moved, I left it with my son and my ex-wife, so he could keep playing it because he, I bought him Grounded for his birthday, and he's been playing Grounded. So, that's what he's been playing. And every time I go over and visit, we play a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get another PS5 at some point when I have the time and mental health to want to play a next gen console. Probably by the time that happens, it'll be like PS6, and I'll be able to pick up all of the Final Fantasy VII remakes for like a $50 bundle. So, that'll be the day. Yeah. Let's see. What else should we talk about? We talked about milk. We talked about cereals. Man, like, D9's leaving me hanging here. He said he was going to be like 5 minutes. And, here I am just hanging out. So, video games can help with mental health, actually. Yes, I completely agree that they can. And probably if I played them, I might feel that. I just, I don't know. It just, I wasn't feeling it. And, yeah, that's, I don't know what to say. It's like, video games can help with, your mental health. Yeah. It's like the same thing as like, remembering to take your medicine will help with your mental health. And it was like, oh, I was so depressed, I was so ADHD, I forgot to take my meds. It's not that I didn't want to, I just was like, you know how it is. So, yeah, need some ammo to troll your brother, so please tell me the most funniest story that happened to him growing up. Okay, I've told this story on stream before. So I know some of you have heard this, but this is 100% the funniest thing that ever happened between him and me when we were young. He would have been 2, maybe 3, really, really young. But I got a Nintendo Game Boy, one of the old school, green and black, came with Tetris, Super Mario Land Game Boys, and along with it, I hated buying batteries for it. This was back in the day when you would have to put AA batteries in the back of your Game Boy to play it, and I hated that. So they had a rechargeable battery pack that you could buy and plug into the side of it, that would give you about 3-4 hours of gameplay, and it looked like a little egg with a cord that came out of it that plugged into it. Kind of looks like a mouse when you think about it. And one day, little tiny toddler Danny was playing with my Game Boy, and he took the battery pack and he pulled the cord out from the battery itself, and then he held it up and showed it to me. He's like, look, it's free, it's free, it's free. And he was so proud of himself that he had gotten it free from its little cord. And I was simultaneously so mad at him and also like laughing super hard, because that was actually like super funny. So yeah, the time D9 ruined my Game Boy when he was little. Yeah. Yes, that battery pack did have a belt clip. That is correct. Not that I was using it after Danny ruined it. Danny ruined it. All right. Let's see. Oh, you meant what I did to him. I was a great older brother. I never did anything horrible to him. I was awesome. He'll back me up on that. I was a good older brother. Yeah. Let's see. Who's that question for? Unlocking paradoxes. How did you end up going to Europe? I don't know if that question is for me. I think that was probably for someone else. I never went to Europe specifically. I did serve a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You know, the Mormons in southern Russia in between the years of 1997 and 1999, which Russia is kind of Europe. Yeah, I don't know. I spent like an hour in London Heathrow before my flight back, but you know, that's like the most I've been to Europe. And I guess well, depending on who you talk to, is England really Europe? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, what other questions y'all have? Let's talk about some other stuff. I'm really sweating here without Danny here to guide me on what we should be talking about in the stream. How dare you leave me out here like this? Here, hang on. I'm gonna put the mic down for 1 second, and I'm gonna shift positions. No, hang on. I'm coming. Okay. So I'm changing since I have to plug in my laptop because I wasn't expecting to be on stream for this long, so I had to move. Sorry for all that racket. Let's see. Stop making me want to call my older brother. Okay. No, I am not in Europe. I am in Texas, which, to be fair, is kind of like a different country. So, you know, shout out to any other Texans in the chat, any other Texans listening. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how it is down here. All right. So yeah, no, I wish I were in Europe. That would be hella cool. Danny's got all sorts of cool friends in Europe. I am not one of them. I am just his. Whoa, Team Ranger. Big Dono. Thank you for that. That's amazing. I
have returned. Ooh,
Brett, do I like Texas? Yes, I do like Texas. I do not like the politics of the state, but I love the state itself. I keep trying to talk myself into leaving, but I'm like, I love HEB too much. Oh, y'all don't know how good HEB is.
You got to tell me about HEB.
It is the best grocery store on the planet. Like, you can have your Whole Foods, you can have your Trader Joe's, have all your bougie BS. When it comes right down to it, HEB just has really, really, really good stuff. All of their store brand stuff is, in some cases, better than name brand stuff. Like, I will go out of my way to buy HEB brand shells and cheese over like Kraft mac and cheese. It's just better. They make fresh tortillas in many of their stores, and those tortillas are amazing. They're just absolutely the best. And it is one thing that like unites Texans across the aisle. We all sort of love HEB. It's just absolutely great. So
I'll have to try that out.
See, Little Miss Goth knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, great. The Mexican food and the barbecue is good in Texas. Yes, and depending on where you go in the state too, it's going to be different. But I happen to be in a place that has, I would say our area has high B tier, low A tier Mexican food, and A tier, S tier barbecue, if you know where to look. That's when we were talking on earlier about an hour ago on the other stream about like favorite fast food restaurants. When I was thinking about like chains, like Danny was talking about like Del Taco, and I'm like, yeah, Del Taco, but if I'm gonna get like a fast food taco, I want Torchy's. Torchy's tacos kind of effing rule.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Yeah, we should make it a priority next time you're here. It's funny because in the time that I have lived in Texas, Torchy's has gone from a place that was in a little food truck in this like food truck park on South Congress in Austin to being this like statewide franchise of like insanity. And now there's Torchy's is everywhere. It's real. It's okay. They are the best white people tacos I have ever had. But like, if you want like the real deal, you gotta find like a great taco truck that is kind of off the beaten path. Torchy's is not that. It is awesome white people Mexican food, but it is the best at being like white people Mexican food. It's awesome. And as a white person, I enjoy the white person Mexican food too.
Oh yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan and ZZ Top are two of the best things from Texas. Stevie Ray Vaughan from San Marcos, Texas, where I'm at. Yeah, great guy.
I know, isn't that crazy, Walla Walla? He said that in Washington they have more real Mexican food than the Tex-Mex in Texas.
Okay, calm down. yes. However, I would argue like that is still like authentic. I mean, at least to like the areas that border Texas to the south. It is that kind of stuff. I do agree to a certain extent, and as someone who is a native San Diegan, I also really love Baja Mexican food, and I miss Baja influenced stuff. Can't get a black bean here to save your life. It's all pinto beans. I want to go to San Diego or Tijuana or Ensenada to get fish tacos, shrimp tacos, and black beans and garlic, and yeah. So I do hear you to a certain extent. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. White person has lots of opinions about Mexican food.
I'm trying to fight these guys. I am now playing some Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross.
I think I have to fight this guy first.
So what took you so long?
What took me so long?
Yeah.
I was trying to make you sweat, dude.
Oh, jeez, you did. It was the worst. I was like running out of things to say. We were talking about milk. We were talking about cereals. I told the story about how you broke my Game Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. What else did we talk about? Yeah, we were talking about Texas and HEB. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up eating some dinner real quick.
No, hey, that's good, man. You got to do that.
And I watched the scene in Matilda where Bruce was eating the chocolate cake.
Oh, classic. Absolutely classic.
Love that movie.
I mean, that is the ultimate birthday thing right there. Like, give me that cake for my birthday and be like, reenact that scene. I'm like, okay.
For real. I was thinking it'd be a really good LA Beast food challenge.
Sure, yeah. Hey, I'm a big old fat kid. I don't need a whole giant.
Brucey, Willis.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. So, guys, do you have any more questiones? See, I'm gonna think of some questions for you, because now it's your birthday.
Yeah. Hey, Brett. I do love a good California burrito, but I do think the French fries is a bit much. I like, come on. Come on. Like, it's okay a little bit, but it's just, I don't know. I would rather have fries on the side than in the middle of a burrito, and I would rather have rice in my burrito. Maybe I'm just a purist that way. But.
Yeah, Chanzig just said on a super chat, let's give it up for Big Brothers!
Yeah. Call your big brother, Chanzig. That sounds great. Yeah. But Brett, I mean, look, if someone handed me a Cali burrito right now and like, do you want this? I would scarf that right now. Hell yeah. Great.
Yeah, right.
They're awesome. I don't know. I'm also like, okay. Baja Mexican food I like very much. LA Mexican food? I'm like, calm yourself a little bit, y'all. Like, just calm down just a little bit. Although I take that back. The things that they are doing with birria in Los Angeles, we are in an effing arms race over who can do the coolest stuff with birria, and Texas is losing. California is kicking our butts with what to do with birria, They are putting birria in all sorts of things, and Texas is falling behind. And I seem to be the only one who's concerned about this.
Oh man!
You can get birria ramen. You can get birria everything. I have searched Yelp. There is one place in and around Austin that does birria ramen, and I tried it, and it wasn't that great. I'm like, I know that this can be great because I've seen the YouTube videos from LA, and we have Texas. You got to get your crap in gear if we are going to win the birria arms race. Come on, you can do it. It is not that hard. Get on.
That's funny.
Mendoza, I would eat a Chipotle burrito right now. Oh yeah. BY Beautiful. Jesus is my big brother. Aw. Well, call Jesus. He wants to hear from you. Dial tone, Jesus is your dad. Well, you better call your dad then, bro. Jesus is a friend of mine.
What's up, Tao Rob? Chanzig, Blake keeps trying to get me to come out and hang out with him in LA, and I just can't be bothered. I mean, no, like, I want to hang out with Blake. That's the thing. It's just the whole LA thing is sort of just like, no, it's not the LA thing. It really comes down to, I just like my routine in my bed.
Yeah, no,
in my shower.
That's what I am too. And also, like, yeah, I would move to LA if I got the right job. But that job better be freaking awesome if I'm gonna have to deal with that city.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm watching the Olympics. I hope you all are watching the Olympics. And as I am watching, I am looking at this and I am thinking, Los Angeles has 4 years to get their stuff together. LA, you got to get your stuff together. You got to put it in a backpack, take it to the stuff store, get it together. Get your stuff together, LA, because I am afraid of what the Los Angeles opening ceremonies are going to be. Like how can you top Gojira, playing from
I'll tell you how.
Building over the Seine. Like,
I'll tell you how. It's one simple musical phrase. X gon' give it to you, gon' give it to you.
I mean,
oh, you wanna rock? Now you wanna roll?
Now, see, that's the thing.
Here we go. Now we go roll.
Do you remember the Super Bowl halftime show a couple years ago, where it was Dre and Snoop, and Eminem, and a bunch, like, that was pretty cool. If that is like, if you did something like that for like one small part of it, I think that would be pretty cool. But I just, I don't know, like, LA, for being the center of culture for the US, is also kind of like weirdly like flat in terms of its own culture. When you're like, well, what is LA like? What does Los Angeles produce?
California,
like, yeah, no, seriously. But like, other than late 80s, early 90s hip hop, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to like place a lot of
Patricia, thanks for coming by.
Like, real culture out of LA. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being cynical, but like when I think about like vibrant music scenes or whatever, the only thing I think of LA is like, oh, well, that's where everybody goes because that's where all the studio execs are. It's not because like LA is in and of itself a vibrant musical city. I mean, it used to be. I mean, if we were talking about like the 60s and 70s, but like I don't know. I think it's kind of like a weird, everything is so corporate that it's just become like a weird wasteland. Guns N' Roses, Brett, I mean, yeah, but again, I mean, that's 40 years ago now. I mean, so
I think a lot of people move to LA once they make it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there are a lot of people who like moved there, but it's like, you know, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like people who come out of LA.
Yeah, it's like, who is from Los Angeles? Like, that is like a cultural force. Everyone goes to Los Angeles for the culture, but who is from LA? Outside of,
question.
Yeah, like Snoop's from Long Beach, Dre's from Compton. You know, like, I don't.
Look what Chanzig's loaded on that right now. The Eagles are from LA, yeah.
Yeah, Eagles are from LA. Again, like, 60s and 70s, there was a vibrant
that's awesome,
musical culture in LA.
Oh yeah, RC.
So, like, the whole Laurel Canyon
RHC, yeah.
of it all. You know, that was a whole thing.
But like nowadays,
Red Hot
right?
Chili Peppers, okay. Red Hot Chili Peppers, yes.
Yeah. Cheech and Chong, let's go.
Cheech and Chong. But I do think that like the culture kind of hit a wall in like the early to mid 90s where it's just like, who's from LA anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, no, like thinking about people, yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to think, and it's hard now. Do you think the internet changed it, where you could just kind of get big from anywhere?
No, I mean, I think that like the corporate culture hit just kind of a critical mass where it just became a place where everybody came rather than like people were actually from.
Yeah.
And the people who are like the people who are from there like don't really do the glamorous jobs that like we think of. You know, they're not the musicians, they're not the movie stars, they're not the yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of like it's not the way it used to be, as far as like you make it, you stay in LA.
Yeah. And look, I mean, I think most of the people in LA are awesome. Great salt of the earth people. And as I said, they are winning the birria arms race. They are beating us on the beautiful melange of spices that is birria. And if you have not had a birria torta or you know, some sort of barbecue smothered in birria sauce, or a burrito covered in birria, you have not lived. Get yourself to a place that does birria, because it rules. And LA is winning that arms race. But yeah, I just it's a, you know, it's a tough town, and I don't, again, I'm like, how are they going to do the Olympics? Like, you're You're gonna have Randy Newman get up there and sing "I Love L.A." Like, I don't know. Like, maybe from the east side to the west side. I mean, you could get
Randy
Snoop
Newman
and Dre, but I don't know. Is that like gopher sauce, chocolate chili sauce? No, birria is it's a specific.
What's going on, Bane? How you doing?
Of spices. It's got a lot of like marjoram and star anise and allspice and other things like that in it. It's really spicy, and it's usually made. Well, I think the original birria was made with goat.
Yeah, I'm a bit Mendoza, yeah.
But it is mostly beef, but mostly put with like barbacoa beef that is made from like sort of like the leftover trimmings from the other various parts, and rather than like the prime cuts of meat. Yes, mole is that chocolate chili sauce, also good. But yeah,
dude, I'm getting my butt kicked here.
Birria. Again, do not go watch the YouTube videos right now of the amazing things that people are doing with birria, but like, do yourself a favor and like watch some of the crazy things people are doing with birria, and it is amazing, and you will be so hungry.
I need to win this battle, but I don't think I'm going to.
See if you can.
Oh, there we go. Now I can revive.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Oh, we're good.
Nice.
Hopefully.
All about that action economy. You gotta. You just gotta have more of your peeps up. Be able to.
No, not that one. Not again. I hate it. Miss this time. Just miss. Yay! Missed. Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself.
Yeah.
Yo, Michelle, let's go. Thank you so much.
Dial tone. Find a place around you that does mole, and get it in like a side dish, and that way you can try it without having to buy like a whole jar. There are a lot of places that do it. Just like get on Yelp or something and look for who's got the best mole around you within like 20, 30, 40 miles or whatever, however far you want to go. Yeah. I think mole is okay. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Some people who are just like, oh, it's the best. I'm like, cool. You more for you. Good. I don't dislike it.
I'm, I'm trying to beat this boss battle.
else is being a jerk.
No more elements to... No, I guess we can heal you. Dude, the numbers at night are just like almost 3 times better than they are during the day.
Holy cow! Well, you got a bunch of night owls.
I love it. That's my crew. That's my crew.
Yeah. There you go.
It sounded like a dono, but I don't see a dono. Ooh, cutscene. I want that thing. That's sick.
What is it? What that thing do though?
Shifts you out of your body into somebody else's.
Cross your chrono.
It does.
Trigger your chrono. Yeah.
You get out of here, or I'm gonna cross your chrono. Sort of like an interdimensional time warp.
Let's do the time warp again.
Jump to the left. Jump to the right. I went to a funeral and I was looking kind of like dressed up and nice, you know. Someone was like, "You look like Meatloaf," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll take it."
Cool.
Meatloaf's a cool guy.
I would do anything for love. You're a wizard, Michelle. I'm just saying what Dial Tone wrote in the chat.
You cannot escape. There is something I want to ask you. What about the varnish? Body, dotty, dotty, dotty. Don't move a whisker if you want this girl to live. Who are you? Do 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 do. I'd be a great voice actor, huh? Here's a question.
Yeah.
Do you think AI is going to eliminate voice actors?
Hell no.
That's what I think too.
I listen to... I've actually been playing around with a lot of chatbots the last several months and sort of seeing what their various limitations are. And the more and more time I spend with what is being peddled right now as AI, the less and less concerned I am about its ability to actually replace people, because it is just not going to offer what it is that we need. You can get like chatbot voices and AI voices that sound pretty good, but there's always like some uncanny valley around it.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of like what voice actors actually do in terms of like bringing emotion or whatever, like the only thing that like an AI can do is mimic. It can't actually take direction the way that a director will want to. And I think the first time anyone tries to do a game with AI voice, they're gonna figure out very quickly that it is actually so much harder to deal with than just hiring a skilled voice actor to do the work for you.
Yeah.
It's like the things these people do. It's just it's very, I mean, it's very specific.
Yeah, is an AI ever going to be able to just randomly go, try to be Adam Sandler from Billy Madison? God damn it, Billy! Enough of your gibberish.
I promise you, the people at the zoo will respectable like.
I love that when he's like, God damn it, Billy!
Yeah, I'll admit another rabbit hole I've fallen down is watching stupid videos of the presidents playing different video games. And so there's one with like Bush and Obama and Trump and Biden where they're playing like all the Wii U sports games. It is so dumb. And yes, it sounds like them, but they're not human voices. It's very clear. And it's like, I'd actually much rather have this performed by people doing like a Biden impression and a Trump impression, like doing this same shtick than the AI voice. But like, the AI voice is okay, and it's obvious this is like just someone in their basement playing with AI. So
yeah,
whatever. But it's not the same. So I think game studios might use AI for like temp tracks, maybe. But like I don't know. I just have such an abiding respect for like the work that really talented voice actors do. Like,
oh, for sure.
Like so they just announced the cast for the new Dragon Age game. I was not interested in playing the new Dragon Age game, like, at all. And then they announced the voice cast, and I'm like, okay, I think I want to play that game now.
Nice.
Just because I was so excited for, like, whose voices I'd be listening to. They're just that good. It's I don't know, it's like the same thing The Simpsons tried to do. They were gonna like let the contracts expire on all the main voice actors and like hire a bunch of sound-alikes, and it's just like, it's just not gonna be the same, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you can get someone who can do a perfect Homer Simpson impersonation, but you will never find someone who can replace Dan Castellaneta. It's
sure.
Not the same. There's something to that artistry.
Well, I mean, I believe that the new Looney Tunes cartoons are just nothing like the original ones.
Yeah.
And a big piece of it is that. It's like Mel Blanc. Like, you're never going to be able to replace him.
Yeah. Yep. And you're not going to be able to replace, the madcap direction of like Chuck Jones.
That's true. Yeah. So Dalton, this is actually my big bro Willis, and it's his birthday. Everyone.
Yeah. Hey, I am not Mentexo. He rules at video games. I do not. So
You're pretty good at the Tasmanian Devil game for Sega Genesis. And that game is so frustrating.
Yes.
Game is so frustrating.
Yeah. No worries, Dialtone. You didn't know, and I haven't been calling out who I am. So, no.
Jared, so what you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
Thank you so much, Talrob. I'm gonna use the restroom. This time I will not be 15 minutes. I'll be probably 1.5 minutes. I'll be right back, ladies and gents. Yeah. J.R. Steele used to play the Taz Sega game too. It's
Oh, you know whose voice you can't replace? Mike Rowe. Hell to the yeah. I think that's exactly right. I'm not the hugest Mike Rowe fan. There's a lot of things I actually would actually maybe criticize Mike Rowe for, but he is a singular institution of a person, and you could not replace him with anyone. He is himself, and he could not be replaced. Patrick Warburton, Sam Elliott. You want to replace Patrick Warburton? The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison. That's my bad Patrick Warburton impression. High five. Who is my favorite Joker? Well, twist my arm. Mark frickin' Hamill. Hello. That's not even close. I know. Heath Ledger, great. Jack Nicholson, great. I think there's, frickin' Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero was great as the Joker. I love the 60s Batman Joker. He was hilarious. That dude refused to shave his mustache and had them cake over his upper lip mustache with the white makeup to make his mouth look white. That dude was a baller. Way to be, Cesar Romero. So when you look really, really closely at the old 60s Batman, look for Cesar Romero's mustache. Very funny. But the answer is very obviously Mark Hamill. He, in so many ways, reinvented the Joker and made it almost a completely different character. And thinking about the context, it would have been very easy for someone to come in at the beginning of Batman the Animated Series, which was riding on the heels of the Tim Burton Batman. So Jack Nicholson Joker is only a few years before. And you would think, oh, well, someone's going to come in and just, I'm being the Joker like Jack Nicholson was the Joker. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I just like the sound of it. It would be very easy to get someone to come in and do that. Hamill comes in and does something totally different, totally twisted from that. And it defines who the Joker is for the next quarter of a century. No one even thinks to try to do anything different with the Joker. The Joker now belongs to Mark Hamill until what's his name shows up in The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger. And his Joker is so totally different. And again, he reinvents it because he has to. But Hamill is the GOAT. Hamill is the GOAT if you ask who is the greatest animation voice actor of all time. The answer is Mark Hamill. He is the greatest of all time voice actor. I will die on that hill. He is the best. He is the best. But yes, got him confused with Star Wars. I mean, he is Star Wars. So yeah. 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 So wait, was this? I think I missed something here in the Yeah, dial tone. Yes, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, was also the voice of the Joker in Batman the Animated Series, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman the Killing Joke. Basically any animated Joker in the last 30 years has been Mark Hamill, with a few exceptions. There have been a few others, but yes. Yeah. Tom Kenny is my favorite voice actor. I mean, that's a strong choice too. Tom Kenny is, I mean, he's so good. That is hard to argue with. But Robin Williams, very, very, very good. BY Beautiful, I like Eddie Murphy. He's funny in cartoons, Mushu, and the donkey in Shrek. Yeah, Eddie Murphy. I think Eddie Murphy is a lot the same as Mark Hamill, in that here's the thing, is Mark Hamill like kind of stopped acting in live action and just did animation and voice work. Jay and Silent Bob. I mean, he'd show up there, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, as a character's name who we cannot repeat here on stream or get. But Eddie Murphy, like, amongst doing all of his other stuff, shows up and puts in these crazy voice performances. If he had just done voiceover work for 20 years straight, yeah, I mean, he'd be in that same league. I mean, he's great. He just has one of those voices that's really excellent and really expressive and really funny. And to your point, Dan, like, that was Robin Williams' deal too. You know, that's why he was so great as the genie. Yeah. J.R. Steele asked, he was self-conscious after that accident left his face scarred, right? Mark Hamill, yes. I think that was part of it, but he also just got weirdly typecast. Like, after Star Wars, people didn't want to hire him because I don't know, sometimes that just happens. It's like people are in these incredibly popular series as an actor, and then that's it. And they don't get cast as anything else because the character is so big, they can't leave its shadow. And I think that's what happened to Hamill, and it's why he did so great in doing animation, because it's like, oh yeah, now I actually get to act, and I get to, fight the same muscles. I think so. I also think Elijah Wood had a lot of that, like, sort of child actor stuff around him too. Like, it was amazing that he got to do Lord of the Rings at all because of that. I also wonder if maybe it was just like maybe after all of that, if you don't need to work anymore, just retire and be okay with it. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like we were saying on stream a couple of hours ago, it's like, if you just had $100 million in the bank, and it was like, hey, like, maybe it's not so bad that, like, you don't need to do a movie every year or whatever. Like, you're okay. But yeah, I mean, I do think that is tough. Like, after you've been Frodo, like, how can you be anything else? Unless there's a director who's, like, really willing to, like, work with you on something very specific. Oh yeah, he's done. He was. Oh, you want to see something against type? He was in Sin City as Kevin, the serial killer. Oh my gosh, freaky. He's in a great movie, little independent movie called Everything Is Illuminated, where he's playing an American who wants to go reconnect with his Ukrainian Jewish roots and goes back to the home country to try to like find the shtetl where his his great grandparents came from. And yeah, great movie. He does a great job in it, but just I don't know. Daniel Radcliffe is a good actor. Yes, Daniel Radcliffe is a good actor, but again, no one in any of those Harry Potter movies has really been able to break out of those since then. It's like Daniel Radcliffe is a great actor, but I think that's why he does stage stuff so much. It's like he can't get cast in Hollywood because he's still Harry Potter, even though that was 20 years ago now. Robert Pattinson. Yes, I think. But I don't know. Robert Pattinson has been doing a lot of weird movies. He's in a bunch of David Cronenberg movies. Pretty good, actually. I mean, he was the Batman. He was pretty good. Yep. That was an insane movie. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Emma Watson has done some roles. She seemed like she was gonna break out. I mean, but I think it's also hard as an actress because, like, once you're 30, Hollywood doesn't want to cast you as anything until suddenly you're 50, and then they want to cast you again, and then, only in old women roles. Hollywood is, like, terrible like that. So, yeah, dial tone about Helena Bonham Carter. I think the actors who had careers before Harry Potter, like, obviously continued, like Gary Oldman and Helena and Maggie Smith, and that movie, man. That movie. Yeah, it is. Anyway, it is getting very late for me. It is now 2 a.m. for me. So I am gonna sign off. No longer your birthday, but happy birthday again. And I'll goodbye chat, goodbye stream. Love y'all, and don't take any wooden nickels. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
I'm tired as crap, so no advice. Be good to yourselves, be good to others, write your goals down, push through the hard times. I'm tired as crap. See you later. Thank you guys so much for an awesome fundraiser. All you're crazy. You guys are awesome, so be good. See you on the next one. My brain is jello. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see ya. See you on the next one. Peace. My advice is never stick your wiener in a blender. What I meant was hot dogs. You know, like Vienna sausages, hot dogs, you know, Jimmy Dean sausages, that kind of stuff. It will make your blender. Put the tender heart in the blender, watch it come around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, you stick your wiener in and you're screwed. And remember, too much salt. Well, that's your fault. Peace out, everybody. Never too much advice is good advice. Know when to stop. Buy clothes from bad colonies. Eat at Joe's. Bad colonies for all of your clothes. Remember, a cell phone is not a cell gnome. If you want a good movie, watch Macaulay Culkin's Home Alone.
Have a good day.
Remember, a cell power will always give you a tower. I went from 6 to 12 real quick.
Have a good day.